Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Gary Holt from Exodus and formerly from Slayer, and you're listening to The Razor's Edge.
Today, I'm interviewing Marassa Molasses at Desert Fest London for The Razor's Edge. How are you guys doing?
We're good, man. We're right.
Good,
Yeah. Just had our sound check and it went really well. We were quite impressed how good it sounded, because we were having to use the festival backline, not our backline, but it sounded great.
It's a first for us.
Yeah, it is a first.
Of course. You never know what you're going to get with borrowed gear, but that's a good thing. Are you regulars at Desert Fest? Do you like to come every year?
I do. I do. And
Can't always manage the money.
I have a thing where I come and I basically sleep in the back of the van to save money. In between the amps.
No, I understand that. Well, it must be one of your first festival appearances since End All We Know came out.
Yes, it is.
It's the first.
Yeah. We just finished the UK tour we did for it, and this is And the last time we played Desert Fest was 2018, so it's been 5 years ago. Yeah, it's been a while since we've been back here, man. So yeah.
How's the campaign been? Is it what you expected?
Yeah, well, really, it's been received really well. Yeah. We knew we'd written a challenging album. It is an album of two halves. It's like if you listen to the first half songs, they are darker, and then the second half are completely not. That's why I was just saying to the guy before that it makes more sense if you buy the vinyl.
Of course.
Because we literally the name of the album is obviously End All We Know, but the vinyl actually has separate names for each side, and the first side of the vinyl is called The Fall, and the second side is called The Rise. And actually that reflects kind of how we felt about those songs, and so that actually within the album itself it draws in the ideas behind the songwriting. Definitely some darker stuff on the first side.
Now you say that, it makes so much sense, but I'd have never put those
together. That's a deliberate thing we did, because it just it seemed like that was how it was going. I mean, the second half we wrote a heavy song in a major key. It's just like
tapping into those Baroness vibes.
Yeah, man, it's actually really fucking hard to do. The secret is Latin beats. That's you.
That's me.
How's working with Ripple Music elevated you, do you think? How's it elevated you?
Yes.
Yeah.
So much. I mean, this is our third record deal, and you learn each time things, and we're very grateful for all the people that have supported us in the past, obviously. But as soon as we started working with Ripple, you just kind of were like, oh, okay, we have a team. I can send emails to people when we get offered something, and I can send emails to people and they'll give me their opinion.
Right, okay.
That hasn't happened before.
Okay.
We haven't had people that invested. We've had people put money into us. We've had PR agents, but we haven't had where it felt like we had a team, and that's really good. And Todd, the guy that runs it, is amazing. He's even though he's running the label, you can just email him and he gets personally involved. We had a bit of a delay with the CDs, and he got personally involved in that. He didn't have to do that. So yeah, really good so far, and it's definitely quite opening us up to the American audience, I would say. Which I don't think we've really cracked yet.
It seems like they've got a really good social media presence, and they're working. I think, did they get the Obsessed a few months ago or something like that? So no, it's really cool.
Yeah. And it's a crazy story. I don't know if you know the story. The guy's Todd, the guy that runs it, he's like an eye surgeon.
Oh really?
Yeah, and he just decided to set up a record label in the back of his surgery.
Wow.
That's how it started.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's a really cool guy, because he wanted to sign us for our last album, but the lead time in it was really long.
It was over a year.
Yeah. This was pre-pandemic.
Right. Okay.
And we'd gotten off from another label that was able to do it sooner, so we went with the other label. But he's still interested in our last record. He might redo it or something. So he's a really good guy.
Fantastic. That sounds really
He called us Stoner Tool.
Stoner Tool. I think I did see something about that actually.
We were like, okay, sure, thanks.
It's a hell of a compliment.
Yeah,
it's great.
Damn right.
Actually, there is a slight link to us with Tool. Actually, the guy that masters all our stuff does actually work with Tool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No way.
So, yeah.
That's pretty
tiny
cool.
little link, a sliver of a link.
You hold on to these connections.
Well, you
when
have
you
to,
get
right?
Yeah.
Makes you feel better.
And having released an album after COVID, did the pandemic take any effect into what the album would eventually turn out to be?
Oh yes, completely.
Changed the way we
It was
write.
defined by the pandemic. I would
Right.
say it was.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, the way we wrote it, we had to write it
Remotely.
Separately.
Yeah, remotely, because we couldn't see each other, so
Mm.
we would record stuff and send it like via like
Google Drive.
Google Drive and
Zoom meetings. And
Zoom meetings.
God.
Everything was done, and the thing we found, and this is probably why the album is so diverse, is that we weren't writing all together in a room or writing on tour, which is our traditional way of writing.
Yeah.
We were writing as individuals and then putting ideas forward, and it meant that you just kind of you push some boundaries that you wouldn't normally. You were saying about
Yeah,
you.
there's like less pressure.
Yeah.
Like to put your idea down there and then. Like you can spend time on it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that didn't work out. Rewind to try again.
And sometimes, like I remember, like this song Naysay was one of our singles, and like I literally wrote pretty much
All of it. Yeah.
I like
yeah.
wrote the drums, like the bass in inverted commas, the guitars, and then like sent it to you guys, and you were like, "It's the whole song, you know." What are we gonna do?
What am I supposed to
But
do with that?
it did change a lot though, because you came up with that sweet drum beat.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I remember when I first played that to you, Raj, and you were like, "That drum beat."
Yeah. There's like there was a particular drum fill in there, and I was like, "That's a drummer can't play that."
And that's what happens when guitarists program drums.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
I
been
I
there.
figured out a way to do something that sounded the same.
Yeah. But like, I was like, well, I was able to program it. Did you not play that?
Have you looked forward to the fourth album that it would be? Have you?
Dude, we've already
Started
started
writing
writing.
already.
We're four
Yeah.
songs in.
Yeah.
We started. We were jamming on tour because we had just had like probably one of the best tours we've ever had. The last tour we had was really good, and you know it was like you were there in sound check, you're waiting for them to finish doing whatever they're doing. You just started playing stuff, and we just came up with some really good
Yeah.
ideas.
I think it was in Bridgewater.
Yeah,
We started
yeah.
jamming. And I was like, oh, I need to record this. I was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
playing drums in one hand, trying
Yeah.
to get my phone out, record a voice memo and stuff. It was so funny.
Yeah, and so in a weird kind of way, and we've talked about this, haven't we? So that's the old way we always used to write. It was like that, just things happening naturally. But we say we want to sort of bring some of what we learn from other albums, like kind of, and especially the last one about like refining stuff.
Yeah.
Like we'll have a thing where we'll jam stuff in rehearsal, and it's all very like spontaneous on a spot, very jammy. It's good. It's very jammy. You know? And then like I go around Phil's usually, and we have what we call the living room session.
Yeah.
And that's where, because a lot of in our stuff, there's a lot of harmony, like going because it's just obviously the two melodic instruments, and we do a lot of stuff where we move between octaves and
Switch harmonies.
switch harmonies.
I see what you mean.
Most people don't notice this stuff, it's fine, but we put quite a lot of work into that, and that's the time when we do that.
Yeah,
a lot.
right,
It's what
okay.
makes us sound thicker, so like
I hear
bigger,
that.
Bigger than the
yeah,
full
yeah,
bass.
exactly. than just like kind of two melodic instruments. But you know, it's I'm already excited about the new album. It's like it's in some ways it's like it feels like it's got a vibe already.
Yeah.
We definitely like because we notice something that like because you do when you've been in a band a while, you like what your strengths really are, and you know we've often said this, but we're really starting to realise I think that essentially we're a blues rock band that occasionally plays a little bit of doom, and occasionally, do you know what I mean? But the thing that's at the core of us has always been the blues, and you know, and then we just interpret that, and so we I think we're writing these with that for the first time with that in mind.
Do you guys listen to music that isn't, I don't know, traditionally rock or blues or
all the
metal
time.
based?
All the time, yeah.
Yeah, man, I love.
What
Billie
else
Eilish.
are you into?
I love Billie Eilish.
Yeah.
I think she's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
she's an amazing songwriter. I listen to so much and loads of like world music. I was playing that stuff for you today. That Mary Boyne. She's like Scandinavian singer. And,
Right, okay.
Yeah, like loads of stuff. And,
I'm into like Dua Lipa.
yeah.
Recently Baroque music as well.
Yeah. But I think it's really important to stretch outside of what like kind of is considered comfortable for heavy music, because otherwise you're just going to kind of repeat yourself.
You do, yeah.
Yeah, and
Really easy to stagnate.
Oh my
The
god.
same thing.
Yeah.
Over and over.
Yeah. And the thing is like sometimes, like, and the thing is, I get the appeal because we joke around sometimes, and like, you know, we can shit out a doom song. Do you know what I mean? We can. It's just like, but but it's like we also want to always feel like there's a forward progression.
Yeah.
Always feel like we're moving forward. Always feel like we're kind of like trying new things. Never want to stay still. And it's like, you know, I remember like our first single, Rotten Teeth. So many people were like, you should write other songs like Rotten Teeth, and we're like, that's just literally never gonna happen.
No.
We have that song. Why would we write another one like it? You know, it's just, I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah.
I remember there's one of the new songs we were working on, and it literally started because Raj just played this fucking amazing drum beat, and we were like, we don't care what we do on guitar as long as it has that drum beat. You know, and it's just, we just couldn't stop nodding our heads to it.
Very Waynesville, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
sat in the van going.
It's amazing, man. Yeah. But yeah, it's about like kind of getting that bit of inspiration and then like, just sort of running with it, really. But yeah.
Yeah, Al from Boscaloid actually has got me into reggae music recently.
Oh, yeah,
and,
yeah.
That
it's,
makes sense.
it's opened up like new avenues for me. But yeah,
Totally, man.
Um,
Oh yeah, he's well into it. Like,
He
kind
really
of,
is.
Have you ever seen it? I saw him in Bristol, and he broke a string,
Right. Okay.
and he like kind of the rest of the band started jamming some like sort of reggae groove while he
Right.
was changing his string on his guitar, and he just started like kind of like freestyling over it. And they are just like one of my favourite bands.
They're on another level.
They are. Yeah. their musicianship and their performance and their integrity and everything. They're just like, yeah. Anytime like I think of a band that I want to sort of I don't know, aspire to be like, it's Bosco. Definitely. Like kind of list. They're really fucking nice people as well.
They are cool.
Yeah. The guitarist jumpers are amazing.
I've noticed actually. I don't know how he doesn't like burn to death on stage.
It's because he's so fucking cool, man.
Who else you seeing today? Who else you hoping to catch?
Blood Ceremonies.
Yeah.
A big one for me.
Yeah.
And then.
If we can get in, I'd like to see Uncle Acid too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
But yeah, I mean the thing is, you know what it's like when you're playing as a band. It's like we've obviously got to sort of be aware of when we've got to go and do things. It's like you're not just at a festival enjoying yourself. It's like
You're also.
Yeah, it's like we've got a specific time. We've got to pick up our merch.
Yeah.
We've got to like be at a certain time like before our sound check. Then we've got to get our gear, and then once we've got our gear out, we're gonna have to go and pick up the van, put the stuff back in the van. And it's not as fun as people think it is actually when you're playing a festival, is it?
Not always.
Yeah.
I know. Guys, it's been really good to chat to you. I hope your set goes well later.
Yeah.
By the time this airs, it will have already happened. So, but
It would have been
otherwise,
amazing. And everybody
otherwise
would
I'd
have
say go check them out at 7:30. I don't need to say that.
No,
but,
you don't, because people would have already done
They will have already been, yeah.
Thanks for enjoying the gig that you haven't seen yet. Amazing.
And thank you for your time. This has been Morass and Molasses at Desert Fest.
Thanks for listening. Make sure you keep up to date with future episodes by subscribing to our channels. For more information on this podcast, or for all the latest music news, reviews, interviews and more, head over to our website www.therazorsedge.rocks.